guys, Fells aka Fells Plays here, back again with another video. And in today's video I'll be doing a gameplay analyzation and live reaction to one of my games on Takeoff, and giving you guys my opinion on what the best way to play this map is. Before I begin, today's shout outs go to It's Swiffy and the Waffle Group. Thank you so much for your support, guys, on the videos. But without further ado, I'm gonna get on with it. One more thing is that my sensitivity settings will be in the comment section down below, in case you guys are wondering, because Soul Rage actually was requesting that, so I will have them in the comment section below for you guys. But anyways, I'm gonna get on with the actual map. So the thing with this map is that I believe it's from the Apocalypse DLC from Black Ops 2, so it's interesting how they brought this map into play. And the thing about this map is being in the mid map is honestly probably one of the most dangerous things if your team does not have control. And that's why the first thing you see me do is go up into a high ground position and take control, so I have an easy line of sight on my enemies. I do miss a lot of shots here and there, but as you can see, I'm easily able to pick them off one by one, and I'm using the high ground to my advantage. That's really what you want to do with this map. Use those buildings, because there's like those 4 buildings that surround the main inner part, and the 3-lane system kind of works with the flanking, but the flanking areas are pretty open unless you go from inside the buildings or you go like all the way around. So really be careful and know where your enemies are. So at this point, I know we have control, so I know it's okay to go into mid map, but I wouldn't go into mid map if the enemy team is destroying you guys and you're losing the game. For example, in that position, I would take high ground or either flank. So as you can see, at this point, I'm just being patient and putting my sentry gun there, because I know they're gonna spawn there. And I kind of sort of back off, because I'm trying to play with my streaks and play strategically. So I find a guy here, pick him off, and this is really what you want to sort of be doing. You want to revolve around your streaks, but you also don't want to be going in rushing, guns blazing all the time. And it took me a while to get used to this playstyle as well, because the first thing I did when I actually got into this game was I started by going into just flanking and going into mid-map, and I would often get caught off guard. But with this thing, yeah, there you can see I actually got caught off guard, but that's actually a really good spot. So I believe it's called balcony. It's in like a balcony in one of the windows, so I would really recommend checking that out. It's just anywhere where you can find a high ground. Yeah, here I go again. Anywhere you can find a high ground and find an opening to look at your enemies, go there and use that to your advantage, because that's where this map really shines, and that's what makes this map so good. So I would really recommend you guys do that. And as you can see now, again, I do the same thing, and this is basically how I revolve my playstyle in this sort of map. I kind of just go around and I do this repeatedly and again and again and again, and it's kind of how I build on my streaks and make this work. Because as I said before, the first few times I played this map, I actually got destroyed by the enemy team, and it was not pretty. Like I lost like 2 or 3 games in a row, so I was struggling a lot. But it's like you kind of have to get used to this new playstyle, because there's this huge, large open area here. If you're gonna go into the open area, you're just gonna be too vulnerable. So what you want to do is play around it and use those buildings to your advantage, but don't stay in them for too long as well. That's one thing I'd also advise. Like as you saw before, I did get picked off in one of my earlier sort of like stops there. Like I was staying there for a bit, and then I did end up getting picked off. So make sure you don't get picked off as much by continuously moving around. And that's pretty much what you want to do to dominate on this map. Essentially, like the other maps, it is a 3-lane system map, pretty much all COD maps, but there are sort of hidden areas or power positions that you want to use, and those include the buildings, the flanking routes under the buildings, as well as the high ground areas, which I have mentioned. So use those to your advantage, and you'll be fine. You'll do great. That's pretty much it, because as you'll see again, that's the only thing I do. I come back into the same position. At this point, I'm gonna try to pick anyone off. I don't know what happened there. I was just playing like a bot. I couldn't find anyone, so I just stood there, and I ended up dying here, I believe. Yeah, I ended up dying after. I pick up this guy. I don't know what happens. or is it the next part? I don't know. So at some point in this gameplay or the other gameplay, I just end up dying for no reason. And I really should have watched what I was doing. I was kind of just looking for an enemy rather than actually looking around my surroundings. So as you can see there, I got picked off. That was bad on me, but as you can see, this map is a bit complex when you first play, because when we first got the initial maps for this game, a lot of the maps we got were Hijacked, we got Nuketown, we got all those classic maps which are pretty easy to follow for all players, but this is a bit of a different map. It is still pretty easy to follow, but there are a lot of little ways where enemies can actually swarm in to you, and you want to use those to your advantage, and that's what I really recommend. And that comes with playing this map over and over again. So I would just recommend continuously playing this map, finding those power positions and using them to your advantage, so that, you know, if you can't find in one power position, use another. And that's all for today, guys. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe as usual, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.